a little high up. A little high up. There we go. Excuse me. Happy New Year, guys. Welcome to 2022. Welcome back to Sunshine Haze Co. I am AUJHA. This is going to be your tarot forecast for the entire year. This is the full reading. This is for the Capricorn suns, Capricorn moons, and Capricorn risings like myself. Also, happy birthday to the Capricorns. It is a new year, but we're also in your season, so you are starting your new solar return, abundance, and all of the good things to you guys. Excuse me. Please excuse the sniffling and the coughing. I'm just going to tell you guys up front, I don't have the vid, but I did fall asleep with my window open, and it was snowing because I have that bad, and I woke up and realized that that was a bad idea. So, I'm better now, but I still got a little bit of a cough and a little bit of a sniffle. But I wanted to start getting these readings up because y'all know once we start getting into the month, it's a little bit harder to get the views. So here I am, middle of the night, again, putting up readings for you guys. But we're here. We're here, all right? Okay, you guys, I am going to keep it cute. All of the things that I want you to watch, all of the links are going to be down in the description box, which I will get in and put them in either later on tonight or tomorrow morning. Click on all the things, current astrological transits, tarot, reading links, bookings, all the things are down there, all right? All right, let's get into it. Oh, also, I'll have the links for the decks. If you're a reader yourself and you like these decks and you want one for yourself or want them all for yourself, I will link them down there as well. I'm reading with the Beyond Lemuria deck, the Melanated Classic Tarot, and the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck today, okay? So we are going to have a 5-card spread going over the overall energy for the year, what's coming in for you. Also looking at what's on the horizon in general, in finances and career, and also in love and relationships. And then as always, if you've been rocking with me for some time, I have a soul message for you speaking to the type of energy you need to tap into for yourself during this year, okay? Excuse me. Let's take a little sip, and that braid is in the way, so I'm going to move that out of my face. Alrighty, guys. So, I am excited that I did this reading first. I was going to do Aries first, but I'm glad that I did Capricorn because you guys are kind of setting the tone for these readings for me. And y'all have a bomb spread. The first card that you have coming up in your spread is Mount Shasta, okay? In this card, I'm going to read it in two different ways. I'm first going to speak to the just general message with this card. This does point to this being a year of spiritual development and ascension for you. Capricorn, although you're not considered the spiritual sign, you do have spirituality. Everybody does. And this is a year in which you do need to tap more into it, in which it will be coming up for you. I definitely get that you're going to be in this space where you're going to start realizing and noticing spiritual things like angel numbers, like, excuse me, like angel numbers, like animal messages. You'll be paying attention more to your dreams, and these things are happening and you'll be paying attention more to them because there are messages there for you to pick up throughout this year. I also get that you're going to be in these spaces of enlightenment or having conversations that are extremely enlightening for you. You're having occurrences that, literally, like you tell somebody about it and like, that didn't happen. And you're like, no, but it did happen. This is that type of year for you. And I'm not getting bad vibes, bad energy. Let me see if I can get the card a little bit closer so you guys can see the picture there. Not getting bad vibes, bad energy as far as those spiritual encounters or spiritual situations go, but you are going to have a couple of those this year, okay? Now, I want to speak to this card more so on the level of what it has to do with your other cards. This card, speaking to that spirituality element, that spirituality aspect that I was talking about a second ago, this card is pointing to this being a year in which you are actually doing the things in which your soul has called out for you to do. You are coming into, I don't want to say coming into, you are in alignment with the things that you set up to do before you came here is the best way that I can put it. If you guys watch my channel, you know that I do believe that we have spirits, we have souls, and before we manifest in the physical, we set up contracts with other souls, other people, souls that become people, other souls. We set up these instances and checkpoints, I guess, if you want to say, and things that we want to do throughout our life, throughout our lives, right? And so what I'm getting with this Mount Shasta card is Capricorn, this is a year in which you are on a soul level doing all the things that you set out to do. You're like, okay, before I came here, I said I wanted to X, Y, and Z, and this is the year in which you're going to be X, Y, and Z in, all right? What I also get with this card, if you look at the imagery, there's just this, these stars, this what is the word I'm looking for? It's a depiction of, the depiction is the word. It is a depiction of ascension here. So what I am getting, Capricorn, is that this is a year in which you are going to be leveling up. And I get that that is going to be across the board. Like, you are going to be leveling up in career. You're going to be leveling up in your finances. You're going to be leveling up in love, in your relationship, whether you're single or in a relationship, you're going to be leveling up. And that could mean several different things. You know what I'm saying? But, excuse me, this is a year in which you are, and you're feeling it, especially with us starting the year with your energy. You're kind of already feeling it, Capricorn. This is a year in which you are, and I say this a lot to people in conversation when I talk to my friends, you're starting to feel too big for the spaces that you're in. And the reality is that you are too big for the spaces that you're in. You're actually supposed to be moving on from those spaces, doing something different. And the something different is actually what you're supposed to be doing, and that is what is coming in for you this year. And like I said, that could be career. You could be doing something right now and you're not feeling it. And that's because you're not supposed to be doing it. There's something that you are actually talented at, something that you have the skill for, something that you can make a lot more money doing that is out there for you, that you're supposed to be leveling up into this year. This could be in love. You could be, you could be single, Capricorn, if you're single. You could be in a space where, like, you're very comfortable with yourself, but that's not what you're supposed to be doing right now. And this is the year in which you level up and find somebody who matches your energy or matches what you put out. And that is a position that you're supposed to be in. This could be spirituality, you know? You could be like myself. You could be have a spiritual practice and you could be very good at it. But guess what? Time for you to tap into something different, do something bigger and do something better. And this is not to say that you're walking away from everything. This is a level of ascension. So you're taking all the things that you're doing now and all the good energies that you've tapped into, and you're taking them with you. You're just doing them on a different level now. And that is what is coming in for 2022 for you guys, okay? Excuse me. All right, let's get into these tarot cards here. The first card that I have coming up for you guys is in the position of what is on the horizon in general for 2022. And I like this. You got the 6 of Cups, okay? And this is a generally positive card. So for you guys, this is a year of, and I want to go back to what I was saying with this Mount Shasta card, and that those soul callings, those things that we've set ourselves up to do, okay? The 6 of Cups, especially when I read it in like family and relationship readings, this is a card of nostalgia, of returning to something that at one point made you feel emotionally fulfilled, emotionally content. I'm a little too high for, there we go. Made you feel emotionally fulfilled, made you feel content, made you feel happy. This 6 of Cups is saying, hey, while you're in this level of ascension with this Mount Shasta card, while you're moving on up, while you're putting yourself into the spaces that you are supposed to be in, while you're removing yourself from the spaces that you're not supposed to be in, while you're ascending, so to speak, when you come into these spots, it's going to feel very familiar to you. Even if it's a space or an area or people that you've never met before in your life, it's going to feel very familiar to you with this nostalgia card, because this is what you set yourself up to do. This is your soul's calling. You have already put these contracts in place, and this is the year in which you're just deciding to make good on them for whatever reason. Not for whatever reason. I'm saying for whatever reason as to why you wasn't doing it before. This is the year in which you decide, okay, and this is all on a subconscious level, in all honesty. Some of you that are more spiritually in tune, you'll have the notion of, oh, no, I know this is something that I'm being called to do right now. But a lot of you, if you're not on, and even me, I'm not to that point to where I could just be like, oh, I know this is some past life, or this is some souls. Like it's all a work in progress, okay? But you are going to be in these positions this year in which you find yourself like, I like this. This feels good. This feels familiar. It is because that is what your soul decided you wanted to come here and do. You are in alignment this year. You're right on key. You're right on point. Okay. Next card that I want to go into, what did I just have? Some lip gloss? My lip gloss is popping because that is sticky. That is lip gloss. The next card that I want to go into is your finances and career. You guys got the Ace of Swords. And I like to see this here. This just confirms what I was saying, that energy of leveling up. This is an ace card, so this is a new start. So Capricorn, a lot of you, new careers this year. And because this is a sword card, a lot of you Capricorns may find yourself in a career that has to do with communications. You could be writing. You could literally be, speaking, like you could be teaching. It is possible that you could be doing multimedia or something with media, because swords does come with that particular career field. You could be in the field of going into a career in the communications field this year. This Ace of Swords does also point to you coming into a space in which you have a direct and clear path to leveling up. So not to say not everybody's going to change their career. Okay. Okay. You might be changing your career and it might be going into communication field. This could also just point to you coming into a space of leveling up, taking a promotion, or going for a certain position that you are going to be successful at obtaining because you have a clear plan and a clear path with this Ace of Swords. Excuse me. Another energy that I get with this card is, I get that a lot of you Capricorns, there's an energy of like a lack of recognition. I'm not necessarily getting competition. I'm just getting like a lack of recognition. And I get with this Ace of Swords card, Capricorn, that you are in this space this year, in this energy this year, in which you're going to be like, okay, look, time to cut out all the BS. This is a swords card. Time to cut out all the BS. I've been doing this work. I'm good at this work. And I'm going to set it up so that I get exactly what it is that I want. Remember, this is a clear-cut path. I get exactly what it is that I want. Y'all are going to see me, and y'all are going to let me do what it is that I need to do. I get that you are going in and taking what it is that you want and what it is that you need. I was having this conversation with somebody the other day, and I was speaking to being a Black woman, and I was telling them, being a Black woman, there are these issues when it comes to the way that we communicate and the way that we go about getting things. And not that everybody watching this video is a Black woman, but that analogy, I'm going to kind of lend to the energy that you guys are tapping into this year. So what I was speaking about was, people expect, we live in a society in which people expect you to ask nicely for things. And while, asking nicely is probably the way that you should go, I was saying, well, being a Black woman, that is not my experience. I look back at the things that I've accomplished and that I've achieved, and I haven't gotten them by saying, oh, can I have that? I said, usually when I need something or I want something, I have to go in and I have to demand it, because they don't hear me until I say, yo, I came to play, or I didn't come to play. These are my skills. This is what I want. This is what I need. And I'm not going to shut up or sit down or leave until you give it to me. And that is typically what happens. And it tends to work out. And so Capricorn, that is kind of the energy that you need to tap into this year. It's an energy of demanding. And with this being an Ace of Swords, you need to be very clear about what you want so that you can be very firm and strong, and also correct and right in the demands that you are making. Capricorn, with career and finances, if there's a point that you want to get to, hey, go in and demand it, and be professional. When you get into these spaces, you'll be intuitively led on how to do these things, but you're not going to get what you want. You're not going to get into those spaces. You are not going to create that life that you are envisioning for yourself by waiting for somebody to hand it to you this year. Capricorn, you got to go get it this year. And what it's looking like is that you're going to have to tell people that you're going to get it, and then you're going to have to go and take it and then do what you got to do with it, okay? Now, speaking to finances, and I only want to talk about this one a little bit. As far as money goes, this is an ace card. So what I get, Capricorn, and this is an interesting one because you guys are a money sign, and y'all typically are good with your finances, but like, let's just be real, we still in a whole panini, so money been a little funny for everybody around the way, and we can just keep it completely real. What I am getting with this Ace of Swords card is that's clearing up this year. And like I said, because you got all this ascension energy, it could be because you're going to be making more money. But what I more so get is that you're just a little bit smarter with your finances this year. Capricorn, if you weren't saving your money last year because you wanted to, while we were in a 5 university, it was wild energy last year. If you were like, I'm traveling everywhere because YOLO, like everybody's dying, and it's cool, whatever, live your best life. I am not knocking you for it. But if that was you when you were reckless with your money last year, you're going to get real with yourself this year, and you're going to be like, ooh, I may want to take 2 trips a month, but you know what? I may have to knock it down to one because I got some things that I need to do. Just getting smarter, more logical, and getting more of a plan with your finances, because this is an Ace of Swords too. I also get that there is also like something that you're trying to do with your money that is going to expand it. So you guys could be investing this year or taking it a little bit more seriously. You could be coupling your money with somebody else to create like a business or something, some sort of new idea that has to do with money that can bring you abundance. But the catch here is that you have to be very clear about what it is that you're actually going for. You need to know what the end goal is before you start coming up with ideas on how to get there. You can't have a loose idea of what it is that you want. You actually need to know what it is and then start planning for it. And that shouldn't be hard for you guys. You guys are Capricorn. Earth people are really good with that analytical and planning energy. So good vibes there. Now, I know this is the card that y'all really want to hear about. We are going to talk about love and relationships for a little hot second here. And y'all got the 10 of Pentacles. I like that. That's cute. 10 of Pentacles, good energy in the love area. That could be if you're single, and that could also be if you were in a relationship. If you are single, Capricorn, you're going to end up in a relationship this year, and it's not going to be one of those, oh, I'm just dating casually, I'm going to rock with you for a couple of months. No, you're going to probably end up in a very foundational relationship. This is a 10 of Pentacles, so it's possible that the relationship that you end up in this year, while it may not play out this year, very possible that the relationship that you end up in could be one that you end up getting married in later on, or somebody that you end up having kids with later on, or somebody that you end up in a long-term relationship with. The person that you end up dealing with on a serious level this year is going to be solid and probably around for a while. Now, because this is the 10 of Pentacles, I will say, Capricorn, that if you are dating, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be lit in the dating department. I get that. And Capricorn, and this is what it is, you guys are very picky and you have very high standards, and I am not knocking y'all for it at all. I'm a Capricorn rising. I'm right up there with y'all. I get it. And so sometimes when you guys date, you date people and you like, and people look at you like, oh, you think you too good for everybody? Oh, you got a list like Chili. Oh, you need to lower your standards, blah, blah, blah. That's a bunch of rah-rah. That's a bunch of noise. Quiet that, because that's not even the case this year. And of course, you might get a couple of bad apples in the bunch, but I do get that if you are dating and you're dating casually and you're dating a few people, it's going to be good. Like, you're going to have good experiences this year. Now, if you are in a relationship, Capricorn, and say you're in a relationship that is not, you're not married, or you're not like you're not exclusive, or it's very casual, it's still very fun, it's not very serious, it is shifting, it is leveling up this year. I will tell you that as long as you're in something that is not toxic, it is definitely leveling up this year. You are going to be with that person. You probably gonna marry that person. You might have a baby with that person. It is highly possible. With this 10 of Pentacles popping up in the love position too, Capricorn, whoever you are dealing with in the love department this year, guess what? You can make money with them, and you probably will make money with them. It is possible that you might start a business with your significant other. It's also possible that you might meet a lover through work, or through the work that you do, or that you might, again, if you're single, that you might come into some spaces in which you meet a few people, or have a few situations in your work field, or you meet them by way of the things that you do. But I get good love vibes here, whether you're single or whether you're in a relationship. I just get that things, again, going back to that Mount Shasta level, that leveling up, that ascension energy, things are leveling up for you. Now, speaking to just your heart chakra in general and you on a self-love tip, this is good, Capricorn. I get that there's a lot of healing during this year, but I get that there's not a need for too much healing. I very much so Capricorn energy coming in for me here. You guys are definitely, especially if some of you guys are coming off of some tough heart stuff, you're not going to be dwelling there too long. And sometimes when people do that, they don't dwell and then they still carry it around. But what I get for you guys is that, especially if you are coming off of some nonsense, like, you're going to process it. You might cry a couple of thug tears here and there. You might be triggered here and there. But what I get is that you're just very realistic and honest with yourself about these situations. And you're like, look, I loved it. I loved you. I got what I needed. I hope you got what you needed. This is not for us. It's okay. I'm doing something different and I'm okay with that. I don't get that love is weighing you down this year. And I don't get that you're in those spaces of, and this is a very Capricorn thing too, I don't think that you're turned off from love or connections this year either. I think that you're open to it, and the things that you were open to are actually bringing in positivity and abundance and the type of love that you want and that you desire deep down inside. We all got that. This is how I want to be loved. This is the type of person that I want to love me. And this is what I want to see and what I want to feel. And I think you're going to get that this year, Capricorn. Poppin' energy. Very poppin' energy. All right, let's wrap it up. Last card in the spread. And before I start talking about this energy, not crazy because I don't believe in coincidence, but I do think this is wild energy. We start the year with the Capricorn new moon. Actually, we start the year with a Capricorn super new moon. We also end the year with a Capricorn super new moon. Your spread starts with 37. Speaking to numerology, your spread ends with 73. Okay? So, with that being said, no, I'm sorry, a Capricorn, super Capricorn. Yeah, it is 2 new moons. 2 new moons. We started to end the year. I'm sorry, I don't know why I thought that was wrong. Excuse me. Numerology speaking for you guys. 7 and 3. That is divinity, truth, philosophy, manifestation, things coming together, and then breaking that down. It is 10, which is 1 amplified by 0. So yes, Capricorn, you really are ascending this year, but there is a message here. You got Thanatos. And this corresponds with death energy. And people get scared when they hear death in these tarot readings, but I'm not a fortune teller. I don't believe in foretelling death and things of that sort. So when I'm speaking to death energy, I'm talking about cutting things out, ending cycles, stopping habits, things of that sort. So this Thanatos card, and this is in the position of the archetypes, and this is your soul message, the energy you need to tap into during this year. We're talking about leveling up. And especially going back to that message of me saying, like, Capricorn, you feel like you're too big for the spaces that you're in. However, I also get that you feel like you might kind of be stuck in them spaces, right? Let me tell you why. There's energies and habits and cords of attachment and things that you are hanging on to, and it is very earth energy to do that. And nobody's going to fuss at you for it because that's just how earth people are like that. But you got to come out of that space of comfort. You do have to come out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone does not have the 6 of Cups, the Ace of Swords, or the 10 of Pentacles. Sorry. That it's not there. It is not there. So you and you, I said do something strange for a little piece of change. I don't know why. So apparently, Capricorn, whatever you're going to be doing this year is probably going to look very different to you, and it's going to make you uncomfortable, but not in a bad way. Say do something strange for a little piece of change. That is not what I was trying to say. What I wanted to say was, if you want different results, you got to do something different. Oh my gosh. Yo, being an intuitive reader is hella fun, and it is very entertaining. It is very funny because why did I just tell y'all to do something strange for a little piece of change? Y'all are gonna be making money this year. And I'm also laughing. I don't know. Y'all are gonna have a very fun year, and I feel like you're gonna find yourself in situations and positions in which you're gonna be like, what in the hell is this? How did I end up here? But not in a bad way. All of these situations are gonna bring you a lot of positivity, a lot of abundance, and a lot of, I think a lot of connections and energies that you need to really level up. And so it's good vibes. Happy birthday, Capricorn, because what? Happy birthday, that was wild. Happy birthday to you guys. That is your spread. I hope that it found you well. If you want to book your own personal reading, I've got my readings linked down in the description box. Also, I will be putting up love readings for 2022. I have not put them up just yet, but they're not going on YouTube. I know that's a lot. I'll put the short versions up here, but I will come back in here once I start putting them up and put the link in so you guys can get to them. And what else? If you found that, or if that message found you, if this reading found you well, do me a favor and leave a tip or a donation. The link is in the description box. That does help make it so that I can continue to put up free content for you guys. And what else? I said I'm not going to give y'all all the plugs because all the links are down there. So just read the description box whenever I put it up. They ain't down there yet. They're not down there yet. They'll be up within the next hour or so. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If you like the video, give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, drop them. I try to respond to everybody. I'm pretty good with that. If you know a Capricorn friend or have a Capricorn placement friend, send them this video. And if you want to keep up with when I put up new videos, astrological content, all the things, everything that I've talked about in this video and in the description box, hit that little subscribe button. All right, you guys, happy New Year. Abundant vibes for you, even though you don't really need it because that's coming in for you guys anyway, but I'm sending it to you guys anyway. Happy New Year, happy birthday, all the things, and good night. Peace. And yes, I do still have my Christmas decorations up because they're cute. I'm not taking